Hello, my name is Ross Kim. My legal name is Ross Shrek, just for the record. I'm here to present to you um, my first project, which is exploring policies to curb the rate of stomach cancer in the Republic of Korea. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. Um, just to begin, I want to start with some historical context. So there is a big problem. The leading cause of death in the Republic of Korea, which I will refer to as the ROK, is stomach cancer in Korea. Uh, and this is among males. So stomach cancer is not as frequent among females, and I think that there are reasons for this that I will get into. Uh, the historical context of this is actually there's a in Korean corporate culture, which is very strict. But you have to keep in mind that Korea was once a military dictatorship up until the 1980s, and uh, actually that is still exists in modern society, that sort of structure of totalitarianism, especially in the corporations. So Korean conglomerates function as sort of like mini monarchies in themselves, even in the modern day. And so there is a very strict alcohol culture in Korea, and that's because of the company. And so most Koreans, like men, they go to work. Korea is still a traditional society, so most women stay at home. So most men end up drinking a lot more because they're required to attend company dinners. So that is the problem. This is more of a social problem rather than a business problem. So I explained that in my write-up here. The initial data exploration, so what I did was I pulled two CSVs from South Korea's official website that contains data on uh, pretty much pretty much everything. And this was focusing on cancer in Korea. What I realized in the second milestone though was there were the data was limited just to 2021 up until the present day. So I realized I couldn't use that data. So I ended up having to resort to um, using, let's see, data from Kaggle and other sources. And this wasn't focused on Korea. Of course, this was focused internationally. So I got data on worldwide cancer statistics, data on gender inequality, the GDP of nations, and I explored those data sets. I made some, uh, I used linear regression models for most of my data sets. They didn't return high accuracy. And so what I did was I tried to transform the data so that I could get a higher accuracy. Unfortunately, I think due to the nature of the data, I was unable to get the ideal RMSE and R2 for most of the data sets. So in my analysis, I go through and I just wanted to show a few things I'll show in my slides here. The most common cancers in the world. So if you look at this graph here, the most common cancers are prostate, and it looks like tracheal. So the dotted lines are liver and stomach, or which are the two that I want to focus on. However, interestingly, in Korea, I made the same comparison. I'm sorry. Here we go. I made the same comparison in Korea. So if you look on the right side on the bottom, the most common cancer is stomach cancer. Um, and lung and liver cancer are also up there as well. So exploring the data, I just looked at, for example, because I know this has a lot to do with the corporate culture of Korea. And Korea does, according to this tree map, it ranks the highest in number of hours worked per day. This is GDP, so real GDP. China and Japan, of course, are up there behind the United States due to population. Korea is also very high at 11th. Korea is, however, limited due to its limited population. It only has 50 million people compared to 320 million Americans. So to keep this presentation short, I will have to stop here. I came to the conclusion that there is a correlation. There's a regional correlation with stomach cancer. It tends to be the higher, and I do have that in my graph here of stomach cancer. Okay, here's stomach cancer. There's a tree map. East Asia and China rank the highest, and Japan is also high. Korea doesn't rank on here, I think, due to its low population, but Korea is very high per capita. So stomach cancer there is a correlation regionally with stomach cancer. I think that further research, I could find out exactly what those correlations are, whether they be historical, religious, or some other cultural aspect. So thank you very much for listening, and have a great day.